Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. A bright and early start here in Warner Robins, side of the Southeast region, where Tennessee and South Carolina are about to face off in an elimination game. The winner moves on. The loser of this game season is over. I'm Sam Gore along with Brittany McKinney. So we'll have two games today. We start with South Carolina against Tennessee, and then coming up at 1 Eastern, it'll be Virginia versus Georgia. Winners will move on to play tomorrow at 1 Eastern. That'll be after the winner's bracket game tomorrow between Florida and North Carolina. Those are the only two undefeated teams so far. So we turn our attention now to South Carolina and Tennessee. Brittany?
Yeah, these are, to me, very comparable teams when we've watched them over the past couple of days. But the thing that really stands out for me offensively for Tennessee is how aggressive they are in the box. They don't see a lot of pitches, really first pitch swings. They're going to be aggressive early in the count, and this South Carolina defense better be on their toes.
And they'll be going up against Callie Hillock in the circle for South Carolina, getting the start today.
It's the first time we've seen Callie in the circle for South Carolina, just showing us the depth they have in that position. Hillock, after speaking with her coach, has more velocity than the other arms in the circle, and she has a really high IQ. She knows what to throw in certain counts and understands the game of pitching, not just a thrower, but she knows how to pitch.
She can hit too. She's done a good job in the batter's box this week as well. So again, the winner continues in this Southeastern Region tournament, and the loser is out. A little breezy this morning for the first time, and there's that first pitch swing. As Brittany said, this Tennessee team, they like to get in there and swing the bat. And up first is McKenna Shoup, the shortstop.
They're not a team that's going to put it in the umpire's hands to make a decision on anything close. If they see the ball somewhere they can put a barrel on it, they are going to attack.
Just outside, 1-1. Big swing, good pitch. Shoup, she won the lottery. She built a huge Lego city. Big Michael Jordan fan. Puts that to second base. Moore fields it, makes the throw, and does not get there in time. Shoup beats the throw.
This is a tough play for Beckett Moore at second base. Has to go up the middle, does a nice job setting her feet, makes the throw, but they're not just aggressive in the box, they're aggressive on the bases and the speed. From Shoup, gets a leadoff single for Tennessee.
These players all across the 8 teams so fast. So many infield singles this week. Addie Thiering up to bat now. Throw will go down to first just to keep that runner close. Drew Alston behind the plate. Thiering, big taco eater. Future attorney.
The outfield for South Carolina is really shaded towards the right side. You can see Hollis Sturm in center field and right center. Nice grab.
And they double up the runner, so the double play. Good heads up by Callie Hillock, the pitcher. Knew exactly what she was going to do when she caught that fly.
She sure did. No hesitation, fields her position so well, extends out, leaves the ground, throws a strike over to first base, erases that leadoff hit. South Carolina's defense is going to have to be on point today, and so far, so good.
Hillary Trice trying to get the rally started again here for Tennessee. Trice, one of the taller players really in the entire region. She's already 5'8". What a pitch.
It's pretty. When with a team that's as aggressive as Tennessee is, that pitch is going to be a game changer.
Amanda Lester, the manager of this Tennessee team. The Little League's about 30 miles east of Nashville. Beautiful area of Tennessee. That's hit hard to Bigler, but Bigler has no trouble. So in the end, it's 3 up, 3 down. Hillick throws 11 pitches in her first inning. And we'll be back with the bats. Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Back here in Warner Robins, Georgia. Heading down to the bottom of the first inning. Tennessee will be out in the field. First day we've come to the field, those flags have even been moving. Air's been so still, hot and humid this week. But today, a little bit of a breeze. Here's a look at the continuous batting order for South Carolina. They are down a player after Lily Nix was injured yesterday at second base. So we hope Lily's going to get better, but she is not in the lineup today.
She's going to be a big miss for this team. Tremendous effort and ability, but the rest of this lineup, they have 8 players that were in this regional last year, a ton of experience. They had a lot on the line for them in this elimination game. They made it a goal to be back here after being eliminated last year, and here they are with the chance to take on Tennessee.
Hillary Trice in the circle, her second appearance of this regional.
Yeah, Hillary Trice, she has a good mix of pitches. She works all quadrants, a fastball, a changeup, a curve, and a screw, and going against a veteran lineup from South Carolina, she's going to have to throw a good mix to these hitters.
Tennessee yesterday took out Alabama to advance to this game. South Carolina dropped a game to Florida after winning their first game against West Virginia. Riley Bigler, leadoff batter for South Carolina, takes a strike. He fouls that back. Bigler, one of the 8 players that was on this same team last year here. The South Carolina team very determined to get back here, and they've accomplished that goal. And Bigler crushes that. Nice play by Manier, though. She was able to stop it on one bounce, and Bigler has a single.
That's the hardest hit single we've seen all week since we've been here. Riley Bigler with 2 strikes, connects on this pitch, goes with it and drives it, but Mateer cuts this ball off, takes the perfect angle to the ball. That would have been easily a triple with Bigler's speed.
Callie Hillick up to bat now, the pitcher to start the game. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back, runners going. Bigler takes second, and will hold there as the ball goes into center field. You mentioned that speed already on second base. Base hit pretty much would score her. Hillick Big Caitlin Clark fan. We've been talking about it this week. Loves to shoot three-pointers for fun. Another one of these returners. There's the 8 players that were on this team last year. They made it all the way through states again this year, qualified for the regional here in Warner Robins. It's hit to short, shoot, throws to first. They'll go to third, and Bigler takes third. There's that speed on the bases from Bigler.
I just read this perfectly. Nice play at shortstop by Shoop. Look, Bigler back. Shoop wasn't a step or two off the base, but that speed.
Zach Durham, the manager for the South Carolina team, 40-year-old division production manager. The South Carolina team's from the Greenville, South Carolina area. Again, they're a second straight year here. Bryn Parks, the batter now. The one thing we have definitely noticed to be an advantage this week is aggressive base running. If you are not afraid to run here, you're typically rewarded.
And we've seen a lot of it because of just the athleticism of these players.
Parks smashes out into left center. It'll be extra bases. Parks rounding second, going to try to stretch it into a triple, and does. An RBI triple for Bryn Parks.
South Carolina has come out swinging. An elimination game with 8 players who have been eliminated last year. They are coming out determined to not let that happen again. Get on the board first.
Again, this is a big park. When that ball gets past an outfielder, it is always going to be extra bases here. Ava Ahmed up the bat. Good stop by Thering, the catcher. Anything that gets by the catcher, you got to think South Carolina's going to try to score. Parks is the runner on third. 1 out. Ahmed hits it sharp right back to the pitcher, goes to the second base, and a nice play by Henley Simmons to get the out, but South Carolina picks up another run and leads 2-0. That was a tricky play.
That was right back up the middle. Trice gets a glove on it, Simmons stays with it, but a run comes across. But South Carolina has sent 4 batters to the plate, and they have connected with barrels 4 times in a row.
2-0 South Carolina here in the bottom of the first. Drew Austin, the batter now. And Austin hits it out to right field. Manier doesn't make the catch, goes off her glove, and into second goes Austin.
Know that Promise Mateer has a ton of speed and cover a lot of ground. Goes a long ways for this one, right down the line. Right off the tip of the glove. South Carolina is just continuing to put it on.
Still just 1 out. Austin standing up there on second base. Hollis Durham, the batter now. Courtesy runner put in for Austin. Ahmed is the courtesy runner out there on second for Austin. Since Austin's the catcher with 2 outs, you're able to get a courtesy runner so you can get ready to come back out in the field. Durham, 13-year-old multi-sport athlete, also competes in swimming and basketball. South Carolina hasn't had an at-bat go longer than 3 pitches yet. This will be the first. They are swinging away.
On both sides, I mean, we're seeing aggressive at-bats from both sides. This is an elimination game. It's win or go home. I want to leave your bat on your shoulder in both teams. Coming out swinging. I love to see it.
2-2 the count, 2 outs. South Carolina's picked up 2 runs here in the bottom of the first. Good eye from Durham. Count goes full. Durham stays alive, fouls that back. Durham said on her questionnaire, softball's 90% mental, the other 10% is trying to remember where you left your glove.
I saw that. That is so true, though. That is so true. And it always happens at the worst time, too.
Grounder over to Shoop. Shoop rifles it to first, but not in time. Runners are safe. First and third are the runners right now, and just 2 outs.
Again, speed becoming a factor here. But I really like the play at first base by Blakely Potter. Comes off the bag to grab this throw to keep it from going past her, to keep it in her glove to save a run.
Avery Moore up to bat now. Runners at the corners for South Carolina. 2 outs. Bearing ball was underneath her. Took her a second to figure out where that ball was. Runners hold. Runners now second and third, 2-0 the count. And a walk here would load the bases. Good comeback pitch for Trice. Trice looking to record her first strikeout of the game. Counts 3-1 right now. Count goes full. Called strike.
Nice composure by Trice in the circle. South Carolina's already put 2 runs up, fell behind 3-0, working her way back, 1 pitch away.
Pressure pitch coming. Off the hands, it's a tough one, and they make the play. Good job by Henley Simmons. But South Carolina scores 2 runs in their first at bat. We head to the second inning. South Carolina up 2-0. Little League Softball Regionals continue with the debut of Little League Around the Bases, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Live coverage of the games today and Monday of every region from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. So they should be up and running right now if you want to check that out. Tennessee lost their opener to Virginia 5-2, and then came back yesterday with a dominant win 19-1 over Alabama to keep their season alive and set up this meeting with South Carolina.
I think that first game against Virginia where they lost 5-2, just getting some nerves out. Nice grab.
Whoa! What a play by Moore.
We said it in the open that South Carolina is going to have to be ready on defense to make the routine plays, but they also have to make some special plays. This one right here is a special play. Beckett Moore all the way extended, robs a base hit from Tennessee.
Aubrey Wright takes a strike. Wright is the fascinating young woman that is abstaining from social media, doesn't have social media yet. It's a grounder over to shortstop. Bigler makes the play. So a couple of good defensive plays here. 2 outs. South Carolina got a base runner on the very first at bat. It's the only runner they've had so far. Promise Manier up to bat. Manier voted most likely to go pro, also aspires to be a Yale-educated lawyer. Good basketball player as well, says her special talent's running fast, so it comes in handy.
Yeah, we saw that earlier in the game.
Over to first base. Ahmed is there. So 1-2-3. Good D by South Carolina. And they hold on to their 2-0 lead.
Athletes Unlimited at the Little League Softball World Series.
Makeup of a superstar.
Look at that play!
The Little Leaguers will be in the stands.
They're so excited to see us, and we're excited to see them.
They dream of being me, and I was once them.
Professional softball is returning to Greenville, North Carolina for the 2026 AUSL Pro Game presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Set to take place on Wednesday, August 5th. Learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited. Big night tonight, Athletes Unlimited as well.
Talons and the Bandits squaring off to see who wins the regular season and secures that 1 seed for the championship series. The loser of the game will have to play a play-in game, a lot on the line, playing out in Portland.
All these players can go back to their hotels, watch that game tonight. Ellis Hodge, the batter for South Carolina. South Carolina up 2-0 in this elimination game here in the bottom of the second. Hodge thought about it, didn't pull the trigger. Outside, good eye, 2-0. And 3-0. Trice behind in the count here to Hodge, who is one of those 8 returners from last year. Puts that into right field. Menier lets it bounce. It stays fair. Hodge thought about heading to second, but stays at first, so a single for Hodge. And right away, South Carolina with a runner on.
A 3-0 green light. I love it. Hodge with the confidence to go after this pitch. Drops right in front of Menier in right field. A little trouble with it, but Hodge stays on first base.
Beckett Moore, the batter now for South Carolina. Nickname is Bam. Bam hits to the pitcher. Trice makes the play, gets the out at first. Runner advances to second.
Really nice play by Trice in the circle. I've seen pitchers, they get a bad rep sometime, but we have athletes in the circle here. Ranging to her glove side, sets her feet. Great play.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good defensive plays from pitchers this week. Defense has been outstanding. Trice about to face Harper Wolf now. Pitches up high. National Treasure, favorite movie. That's a classic. Inside. Got that on the inside corner. Wolf, 5'3", she's a 12-year-old. Can do a clean front walkover. Acrobat as well. Fouls that back, out of play.
A clean front walkover.
Yeah.
Does clean just mean like a good one, or is that like part of the?
I thought it just meant like just all in one motion.
Okay. Very cool.
Maybe we'll get her to do it for us. Off her leg. Trying to shake it off. If you need a babysitter, go to Harper Wolf. That's one of her favorite things to do, she said. It's to third, hold the runner at second, the throw to first, not in time. You have to be aware of South Carolina on the base path in that respect. Cost an out.
It certainly did. Wolf out of the box. Great pick to start with. Gives an extra look to Hodge at second base and the speed of Harper Wolf. Another infield single.
So the final batter in the continuous batting order for South Carolina is Emma Biggert. Emma wants to know where you keep your mitt when you're driving.
Is this a joke?
Yeah,
I don't know.
in the glove compartment.
Oh, I should have known. You caught me off guard.
Come on.
I've never gotten one.
You
I
have-
feel like I could have gotten that one.
I think you could have. You went to Carolina.
No jokes there, all serious.
Biggert wants to be an attorney one day. 1-0 count. Trice Can't get Biggert to swing on that. South Carolina up 2-0, 1 out here. Threatening again to add more runs. Count goes full, a walk would load the bases. Biggert being very disciplined. Pitch by Trice.
Yeah, we've seen her fall behind just a couple times in this game, but she's always found a way to come back and throw a strike.
Biggert swings on that pitch to center field. It will drop. They have the force at second, though. So that was one of those where the center fielder let it drop and got the force easily at second.
Yeah, not much Harper Wolf could do here. Off the bat, looks like Wright had a beat on it. Everybody had to go back to the bag. And out recorded, but a runner did advance.
So runners at first and third now. And we're going to have a change in the circle, it looks like, for Tennessee. Trice comes out of the game. Aubrey Wright is going to come in from center field and pitch. So Trice no longer in the circle. We'll see Aubrey Wright when we come back here to Warner Robins. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Tennessee making a change in the circle here in the bottom of the second inning. Aubrey Wright will be pitching now.
Yeah, we've seen Aubrey Wright this week already in both games they've played. The 6 innings pitched, just the 2 earned runs allowed. Just very steadfast in the circle, and I like this move by head coach Amanda Lester. This is the second time through the lineup for South Carolina. Going to give them a different look, allowing them to be comfortable in the box.
Runners are at first and third, 2 outs. Bigler, the batter, the leadoff batter, gets the single, will drive in a run. So another good at bat by Bigler. She's 2 for 2 today, including an RBI and a run.
Bigler's so good going opposite field, back-to-back hits to the right side. Line shots too.
Runners now first and second for South Carolina. 3-0 lead. Hillick is the batter. Takes a strike. Hillick interesting in being a sports physio one day. Gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance to second and third. Good pitch by Wright. Wright already ahead in the count here, 1-2. to second. Simmons makes the play to first. But South Carolina's bats pick up another run, and South Carolina leads 3-0 after 2.
Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
On the glove!
It is out of here!
The competition has definitely elevated. The best is yet to come.
And we'll be sending a team to Greenville for the Little League Softball World Series. Right now, Florida and North Carolina are the 2 undefeated teams. They have the day off. They'll play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you go to the bottom left of your bracket, that's where we are. South Carolina and Tennessee playing this first elimination game. The winner of this game plays tomorrow at 1 against the winner of our next game between Virginia and Georgia. Karma K. Fitzpatrick up to bat for Tennessee. Tennessee having trouble right now hitting Callie Hillock.
I don't usually see Amanda Lester giving signs to hitters very early on. Those first 2 pitches might have been takes. Just trying to calm down the aggressiveness, make Hillock work a little bit more.
Pop up to third. Bryn Parks comes over, easily makes the play. And the very first batter of the game got on to kind of shoot. And that's it.
And Callie Hillock in the circle, and she's pitching to contact. She's feeding her defense. She doesn't have to be too careful out there because this defense has been solid since the beginning of this game behind her.
Here's the mother hen of this Tennessee team, Henley Simmons. At least that's what she tells us. One of the leaders on this team, likes to take care of her teammates. Oh, that's some heat.
Callie, just so efficient.
Simmons goes after that. And the strikeout number 1 for Callie Hillock.
She hasn't had the opportunity to strike many hitters out because they swing so early in counts. This time gets a big swing and a miss, does it herself. Great pitch, low and away.
Up the velocity. Gracie Patton up now for Tennessee. all in on softball. She doesn't play any other sports right now. Big Michael Jackson fan. Obviously a big Tennessee Lady Vols fan as well. She hits that deep to right center. Patton going into second, standing up. A stand-up double for GP.
A two-out double right here is breathing some life back into this Tennessee dugout. You can hear the crack of the bat. I mean, that's just the sweet spot, finds the gap. Let's see what Tennessee can do, make some magic with 2 outs.
Some of those Tennessee fans behind the plate, making the trip from just east of Nashville. First Tennessee player to reach second base today. Nessie Christenberry. Hopefully she had a little frosted cherry Gatorade before she came out for this at bat. Wants to one day be a cake decorator. She must love sugar. She won the lottery. She said one of the things she'd do is buy candy.
Probably have all the candy she wants.
Oh, nice pitch.
Yes. Haven't seen the changeup much, but when we do from Hillick, it's a pretty pitch.
Just outside. Count goes 2-2, 2 outs. Tennessee has a runner in scoring position for the first time in this game. They trail 3-0.
She's just peppering that outside corner. Just missing there, full count.
Christenberry gets her bat on it. It's popped up to Parks, and Parks gets another put out. So Tennessee strands a runner, and we head now to the bottom of the third.
One pitch at a time. No matter how big the game is, concentrate on the job that needs to be done. Focus, breathe, appreciate the moment, because tomorrow will be here soon enough. So be present and live life one pitch at a time.
We're going one pitch at a time here in Warner Robins, Georgia. Eventually we'll crown a champion here in the Southeast region and send them to Greenville, North Carolina. Florida was the champion last year. And in fact, the same Little League from Florida is back this year, Lake Mary. They will play North Carolina tomorrow morning. Tennessee and South Carolina playing right now our first elimination game of the day. The winner moves on. The loser of this game, their fantastic season is over. And right now, South Carolina has the advantage. They've scored in every at-bat so far as we hit the bottom of the third with Bryn Parks coming up.
As we mentioned before, this is South Carolina team with 8 players who played in this regional last year, were eliminated by Lake Mary. They all set a goal to be back here and get another shot at it.
Parks pops that up to shortstop. Shoop makes the catch. Yeah, I love stories like that. You set a goal, especially as a team, because there's so many different variables when it's an entire team instead of an individual sport. It's not easy to win a state championship back-to-back.
The head coach, Zach Durham, said right after that regional ended, they got together and said, hey, we're going to work to get back here. And he said they have been working since last summer to get back to Warner Robins. It's such a special story, and they're playing really well right now. You can see how comfortable they are on the stage.
Ahmed up to bat, 3-sport athlete. Also plays volleyball and basketball. Does a little swimming in the summer for fun. Speaking of swimming, if you're a North Carolina team or a Florida team, you're not playing today, do you let them go get in the pool today or not use up that energy?
Oh, they're young. They can go swim. You know, they'll drive you crazy in a hotel room.
Interesting to have the day off today, because we've just been going full steam since we got here. Florida and North Carolina, the only 2 teams that have the day off today. They won their games yesterday. Ahmed smashes that out to center field. Bueller comes over, makes the grab, no problem. South Carolina leading this game. Here's their road to this moment so far. They opened up with a win over West Virginia and then dropped a game to Florida yesterday, 10-5.
And that's 10-5 score is not indicative of how close that game was. It's just one big inning from Florida. South Carolina was in there from the get-go. Scored first, had momentum, and then just one inning, the wheels fell off for just a minute, and that was just all Florida needed.
Florida was the team that eliminated South Carolina last year from this regional. Austin up to bat now. Reached on an error in her first at bat today. Takes a ball for 3-0. Right, trying to avoid the walk. Hasn't given up a base on balls yet.
If you're gonna swing 3-0, that's how you swing 3-0. I mean, big swing on a pitch over the plate, just missed.
Austin hits that, gets through the infield, and Austin reaches first base safely. Got under the glove of Shoop.
Any ball that Alston makes contact with seems just to rocket off her bat. That ball was bouncing in towards Shoop, but hugged the ground at the last second right under the glove.
South Carolina with a runner on, trying to get something started here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Hollis Durham coming up to bat now. Ava Ahmed in as a courtesy runner for Austin at first base now. Catcher can always get that courtesy runner with 2 outs, get them back in the dugout to get ready to come out. Infield fly right back to the pitcher. Aubrey Wright makes the catch. And Tennessee holds South Carolina scoreless for the first time in an at-bat. But South Carolina still leads this game 3-0 as we head to the fourth. Back here in Warner Robins, Georgia, side of the Southeast Regional. South Carolina up 3-0. They scored those 3 runs in their first 2 at-bats. Tennessee got to get their bats going. Gracie Patton's been the big story for them with the double.
Yeah, this is a Tennessee team that can put up runs in a hurry. 23 hits yesterday, but this just, and South Carolina has earned every run they've had. No errors on either side of the game, just putting the ball in play. It's been a high-level, clean ball game. Good pitching, strong hitting, and even better defense.
Blakely Potter up to bat now for Tennessee to try to get something going here. Swings on the first pitch, and that is a foul ball. Blakely goes by B. She's got a brother, Presley Potter. He goes by PK. Oh, what a pitch.
And she doesn't use it often, that's the thing, but every time she does, she gets a swing and miss on it. I'd love to see it back to back, but she's using it right.
They'll look way ahead in the count now.
And that's a great location for the changeup. 0-2 count. Low in the dirt.
And a second strikeout thrown by Hillick.
Yeah, that pitch was set up by that changeup, low and in the dirt, off speed the prior pitch, and then just comes out and peppers the outside corner. I mean, for any hitter, it's hard not to get frozen there.
A little Taylor Tot action now, up to bat now. Taylor Tot Fisher.
The nickname makes it seem like she doesn't have a lot of power, but we've seen Taylor Tot mash.
And she's not even 5 feet tall. Just turns into full-on mashed potato with that swing sometimes.
She's at the bottom of this continuous batting order, but she's 3 for 4 on the regional. Does a great job of turning this lineup over.
She grew up on a farm, so she's farm strong, as Tim Tebow would say. Nice pitch again by Hillick. Hillick gets ahead in the count, 1-2. Good stop by Austin, the catcher. Fisher has done a good job at the plate in this regional. Looks like she may have another single. She does.
Taylor Tot magic. Make her 4 for 5 in 3 games. She's just on time every time.
And she's one of those players who makes it look easy.
So smooth.
Is that Mrs. Potato?
Stop it. Mrs. Tot.
Kenna Shoup had a leadoff single in her first at bat. Lays down the bunt, and it just foul. Austin was all over it.
Yeah, she was. See her up in the box. Ball just spins foul, but look, you saw Austin coming up too. She was looking to go to second base on that. I love that.
Got the runner on first, was looking to get that force out. Shoup squares around to bunt again. 1-2 the count. Shoup, the leadoff hitter. One day wants to be a paleontologist. Off her hands, that's tricky for the infield. Who's going to get it? Nobody. Everybody's safe.
See Ahmed now after this play. Ball drops into no man's land and looks like it's gonna roll foul. Ahmed picks it up, trying to make a play, but immediately after, you see her tapping her chest saying, my bad, my bad. She knew she should have let that ball go foul. It would have been close.
Yeah, that had all kinds of spin on it. So Tennessee rallying a little bit. Tying run is at the plate, and Addie Thering, grandpa, big in the music industry in Nashville. Makes a strike. One day wants to be a sports attorney. Swings, puts it out to center field. Nice grab by Hollis Durham. Runners hold, first and second. Good hit though.
It was. That off the bat, trouble written all over it. Was drifting back and back, but Durham pedals and gets under it.
So 2 outs. Tennessee trying not to strand runners again. Tying run at the plate. Hillary Trice. Trice hits another one out to center field. Hollis Durham getting a lot of work out in center, and Tennessee was hitting the ball, but they could not get any runs. So South Carolina continues to lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th in this 6-inning game. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. Do we have the kiss cam on?
Oh.
Hey. Tennessee fans here supporting their girls. And right now they need that support. They're down 3-0. They've been coming on, though. Their last few at-bats just have not been able to get anybody across the plate yet. Excellent game going on here. High-quality softball. It's hard to believe sometimes these are 10 to 12-year-olds.
It really is. Sometimes you have to remind yourself how young these players are, playing at an elite level.
First pitch swing by Moore, and that is trouble for second base, Simmons, and Moore is safely on.
Just a tough hop here. Watch this last hop, comes up a little high, gets off the heel of the glove.
Henley will shake it off.
Certainly, she's done a great job out there.
Ellis Hodge up to bat now. Hodge got a hit in her first at bat today. Hodge hits it right back up the middle. They get one, throw over to first. Got it! Our first double play of the week. How about that?
This is incredible. This ball could not have been hit any harder. Tipped off the glove, but picked up by Shoup. Takes it herself. My goodness, what a play. Wow, and you look at the background, the reaction of Aubrey Wright. She's loving it, absolutely loving it.
First turn double play of this regional. South Carolina, that comes right back and gets a hit from Beckett Moore. So 2 outs. Beckett Moore is safely on.
I've been calling this regional for a few years now, and every year the level of competition just keeps going up. I mean, that play was incredible.
Parker Wolf up to bat now. Yeah, just one error in this game.
Immediately erased by an incredible defensive play.
We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Remember, these are 6-inning games. The winner of this game continues on. Whoever loses this game, their state championship season is over. Oh, what a pitch. The out down at first. So Tennessee turns a double play. Got to get the bats going now as we head to the 5th. South Carolina up 3-0. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Got an excellent game going here between South Carolina and Tennessee. South Carolina holding on to a 3-0 lead. Tennessee coming up to bat now in the top of the fifth with just 2 at-bats left to try to erase that 3-0 lead.
Tennessee just made some incredible plays on defense. The juices are flowing now. Let's see if they can bring that momentum they gained on defense into the batter's box.
Colby Bueller, you can call her KK, Bean, Peanut, or Colby Kate.
What are you going with?
Yesterday was Peanut. I'm going with Bean today.
Here we go, Bean.
Keep it in the Lejeune family. Voted the team's biggest personality and favorite athlete, Jackie Robinson. Knows her history.
Where's number 42?
So her walkout song would be Rocky Top. Little check swing, drifts foul. Bueller got a good sprint down to first base out of it. She's loose. Foul back. Hillick has just allowed 4 hits in this game.
Last inning, we saw a couple deep fly balls that were caught, but good contact.
That's a chopper. Third base picks it up, cuts it off. Oh, good play by Bryn Parks. She was playing in.
Bryn Parks doesn't range over and cut off this ball. It's going to be an infield single, but she does a great job knowing the positioning. Throws a strike to get the first out.
Aubrey Wright up the bat. Aubrey hit a grand slam in the Tennessee state tournament. Watches that pitch for a ball. Just a young woman that does not have social media yet. Decided that's not something she wants to have at this point in her life. Must be a college softball coach one day, studying that arm. And the dirt gets stopped by Austin.
Neither side is to shoot a free pass, no walks in this game.
Well, that in and of itself is impressive.
I agree.
And there's the first. First base on balls given up by either pitcher today. And Aubrey Wright is a runner on for Tennessee, who trails 3-0 here in the top of the fifth, trying to get the rally going in the stands. Promise Manier up to bat. Manier makes that cross in the dirt with her bat before she gets in the batter's box. It's a dribbler over to first. Ahmed has no trouble getting the put out at first, but the runner advances over to second. So Aubrey Wright is at second base in scoring position for Tennessee. 2 outs.
Two outs, runner at second base. Aubrey Wright will be moving on contact, anything to the grass, most likely scores a run. And Tennessee needs to start cutting into this lead. And a run here would be huge for them.
Fitzpatrick up the bat now. Third straight inning, Tennessee's had a runner in scoring position that just have not been able to get him across the plate.
And they've had some hard hit balls too, just right at defenders.
Big stop by Alston. 2-1. Hillick taking a little extra time now in the circle between the last pitch and this next one. Took her face mask off. Sent out to right field. Catch is not made. Tennessee will score its first run. Avery Moore couldn't hang on to it. And Tennessee trails 3-1.
This ball came off the bat hard and out in right field. I think Avery Moore misjudged it, started going back and then has to hustle in, gave all-out effort to try and catch the ball. But with 2 outs, Aubrey Wright did not have to wait to see if that ball was caught, moving on contact, and Tennessee's on the board.
Henley Simmons up to bat now to try to keep it going for Tennessee. They got a runner on first. That runner is Fitzpatrick, who just had that hit out into right field. Foul. Went off Simmons' body. They're trying to work out of this. Tennessee looking for a little extra explanation by Pam Estrada, our home plate umpire.
I wonder if he's asking if it hit the batter, but even if there's nothing we can really do if they say it doesn't. Play was killed. Our umpires have done a really nice job all weekend. If there's any questions, they have no problem huddling up, having a conversation, making sure they're getting the call correct.
It's been one of the common themes of the coaches is how well the games have been officiated. These are all volunteer umpires.
We're gonna have a challenge.
You get 2 incorrect challenges per 6 innings. Neither team has used a challenge to this point.
I'm just not sure this is something that can be reviewed. If they had ruled it fair.
Well, you can challenge foul tip versus a foul ball.
But if it's called foul on the field, if it was called fair, I believe they could make a change, but we'll see. See what's going on. They know what they're doing. Our umpires going to speak to a remote umpire who's going to take a look at the replay.
So they're challenging whether the ball was fair or foul. This goes. Umpire ruled that it went off of her body and fouled right away. See him. Umpire, home plate umpire Estrada. He thought it hit her. I don't know if it did.
No, but are we going to place a runner because Drew Alston was all over that, and if it was a fair ball, there's a good chance this would have been an out, and
yeah.
I don't think we can get into playing that game. If you're Tennessee, that's a big break, and he called it a foul ball.
And it's Tennessee challenging. South Carolina making most of their time out in the circle. A few dance moves going. So didn't hit the plate, didn't hit the batter. And it was called foul.
And I could see how the umpire thought it hit the runner.
Yeah.
It had some weird spin and then just died in front of the plate. And I just don't know if you change the call, what you do with the runners. I don't think you can. Hands on the headset like they're about to come off, maybe.
So our home plate umpire there on the right, Ham Estrada.
I think maybe just trying to get some clarity if you can review a ball that is called foul. Yeah, and you see everybody stops playing ball. Drew doesn't make the throw over to first base. There's really not much else that can be done because the play was over.
So if you're Tennessee, why would you have challenged this?
I mean, it's a missed call.
Yeah.
But I think
So it actually benefited Tennessee.
yeah, I think this is going to be a conversation that this is not an irreviewable call, and I don't believe Tennessee will be charged a challenge for this. So the play will stand. Let's do it again. Now, 0-2 count.
Yeah, so we'll just rewind. Just going to come back, get in the batter's box with the same count. Same base runner on first. Fitzpatrick is the runner on first, top of the fifth. Tennessee scored its only run in this inning, and everything was running very smoothly until that delay. And a strike right away on the first pitch from Hillock.
Now an 0-2 count. Hillock works quick in this circle. She doesn't waste any time between pitches. She gets the ball back. Sometimes she just looks in the dugout. She's like, give me the sign. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get going.
Foul back.
It was a nice job by Simmons to hang with that changeup, 0-2 count.
If it was 70 degrees and sunny, do you think she'd work that fast?
That's a great point. I don't know.
Instead of 100 degrees?
Well, the way she's throwing today, she just wants to keep it
let's
going.
go.
I'm sure her teammates appreciate the pace. And back in the dugout.
Uh-oh, full count. Again, Tennessee has the tying run right there in the form of Henley Simmons. And Simmons draws the walk. 2 on now here in the top of the fifth.
You asked me why Tennessee wouldn't challenge that. Maybe it was just to disrupt some momentum and from Hillock in the circle.
The only 2 walks of the game have been issued in this inning. Tennessee coming to life now.
And Tennessee has not taken a walk in the first 2 games they played. They're so aggressive, but showing more patience, just finding ways to get runners on base.
The pitch on the inside corner, 1-1. G.P. Patton up to bat, future teacher. Big hit in her first at bat for Tennessee. Never could get in. Tennessee's only run scored in this inning so far. Got her swinging. Hillick comes back with a strikeout. And South Carolina holds on to their lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-1. Well, these Tennessee fans up on their feet trying to give their team an extra push here as Tennessee is running out of time. South Carolina up 3-1 as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Tennessee will have one more at bat, chance to catch South Carolina. So obviously South Carolina going to be looking to add a little insurance here. And they again are facing Aubrey Wright.
Start of this game, all the momentum was in South Carolina's dugout. Came out, scored 2 runs in the first inning, put another one up in the second. Went scoreless the past 2 innings. Tennessee made some great defensive plays, answered with a run in the top of the 5th. You could see their fans cheering them out, coming out this inning, keep the score where it is.
Great fans trying to give them a lift as they go out onto the field on defense. Emma Biggert got a hit in her first at bat, also scored a run. Takes a strike. Another one.
Some emotion in the circle. Aubrey Wright, she's locked in.
Yeah, Wright, she looked intense when she was warming up too.
It's an elimination game. Leave it all out here. I know what's at stake.
Season's on the line for both of these teams. Biggert hits it right back to Wright, and Wright makes the easy throw over to first. 1 out. We go to the top of the batting order now for South Carolina. Bigler has had a big day, pun intended, from the plate. It's that again, right back to the pitcher. So Wright with both putouts so far, 2 down.
Aubrey Wright is so much fun to watch, man. I mean, she celebrates everything. Ball right back to her, makes both the plays so far in this inning, and then check out the react. Yes, she's loving it.
The best reaction was after that double play earlier, too. She was the biggest cheerleader out there.
Show me somebody that loves softball more than Aubrey Wright right now.
Hillick the batter, 1-1. Hillick has done a good job in the circle for South Carolina. She also was a pitcher in the state championship game. Hits that out to center field, backing up is Bueller, and she makes the catch. So the season for Tennessee comes down to this next at bat, as they must catch South Carolina or their season's over. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. We are heading into the 6th inning. And everybody always having a good time here at Warner Robins, much like Williamsport, the Little League Baseball World Series. They have their own hill here. There's a lot of creativity coming down that hill.
Still waiting for you.
I got to get out there. I would definitely do it. Big moment now for Tennessee. Their season hangs in the balance. Kristen Berry, the batter. Top of the 6th here. Tennessee trails South Carolina 3-1. The winner moves on. Loser's season is over. Winner moves on to a game tomorrow at 1 Eastern. Against the winner of our next game between Virginia and Georgia.
I mean, you can hear the Tennessee dugout. They are fired up.
Three and one the count. Shortstop. Nice play by Bigler. Bigler charged that grounder and got the out.
We've seen a number of balls hit just like this that resulted in an infield single. Bigler comes in hard, keeps her feet moving, gets rid of the ball quickly.
I mentioned earlier just how fundamentally sound these teams are.
Really are. We've seen it all day long. It's been a great game. Stellar pitching on both sides, elite defense, a 3-1 ball game. I mean, both teams just putting it all out on the line.
Potter the batter. Hillick has gone the distance today for South Carolina. Potter taking all the way there. Doesn't get the strike called. 3-1. Tennessee got to get base runners on here.
Big deep breath by Potter, understanding the moment.
What a pitch by Hillick. Her 4th strikeout, but at a critical time. 2 down.
Potter did not make this easy on her, had to battle back, being behind 3-1. She just knows how to find the zone when she needs to.
So the season coming down to Taylor Tot Fisher for Tennessee. Saw her get a single in her first at bat. Goes after that pitch. 1-1. South Carolina an out away from advancing. Strike 2. Hillick a strike away from giving her team the win.
It's always tough on this hitter to be in this situation. Love the timeout here. Some reassurance from Amanda Lester. Taylor Tot has had an incredible regionals, gone 4 for 5.
Stays alive in this at bat. One and two, 2 outs. And that'll do it. Hillick gets the strikeout to win the game. And South Carolina advances in the Southeast Regional and ending the season of Tennessee. What a season it has been for this Tennessee team. A fairly new little league and already state champions making it to this regional level. Well done, Tennessee, and congratulations, South Carolina.
They certainly made Lebanon Little League proud of their performance this weekend. They fought to the very last out. I'm sure we'll see them back in the future. Amanda Lester and this coaching staff has done a great job with Tennessee, and they left it out all on the field, and there's nothing more you could ask from a team.
South Carolina had a goal to get back here. Not only did they do that, they are still alive. South Carolina will play the winner of our game coming up at 1 Eastern time between Virginia and Georgia. Florida and North Carolina face off tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're getting closer and closer to crowning a champion here in the Southeast region. So South Carolina determined to get back to this regional. They've done it, and they'll play again tomorrow. For Brittany McKinney and our hardworking crew here, I'm Sam Gore. We will be back at 1 Eastern for our next game between Virginia and Georgia. Congratulations, South Carolina.